So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a special day because we have two guest speaker. So the reason why I choose this two guest speaker because I really like the character. Like honestly, if we compare to the other like Indonesian woman or like Asian woman as in general, you both have a really like strong character and strong like leadership. And then even though you took a different like major in back in the university, and then you can like explore and the other like career wise. So hopefully this podcast will beneficial to the audience. And guest for today, we have Angela and we also have Tessa Varianto. Thank you so much for willing to like fill into this podcast. So how are you guys doing?
I'm pretty
Good.
good. Good, doing well.
How are you?
I'm doing good though. I haven't seen you guys for a while.
I know. We're just talking. We haven't seen each other in like almost probably 3 years now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, a long time.
I think like last time I seen you is just like 4 years ago. How is Corona treating you though? Like, does it impact in your workplace?
Honestly,
Uh,
I can't complain from my side. I still have a job and I get to work from home, so I'm just very grateful for that. Yeah, nothing to complain, even though it can get quite stressful sometimes.
Mhm.
yeah, I think same here. I'm very grateful that you know no one got laid off in my company. I still have a job. I can work from home. Um, yeah, and it's actually been quite busy for me during this pandemic season, but it's nothing to complain about.
I think I totally understand. Can you share like the experience, like how can you manage the time? Because like if you once you work from home, then your personal life and then your work life can be mixed, right?
Yeah. Um, I guess for me, yeah, you're totally right. I think it gets busier because there's no off when you're working from home.
Mhm.
Um, you're just constantly checking your laptop. You're constantly on your phone and your computer. And then when an email comes in at like in the middle of the night, you wanna reply straight away.
Mhm.
So I think it did get stressful for me the first few weeks.
Yeah.
But then for me personally, I just try to, after a certain time, like maybe like 7 p.m., I just try to not check any emails anymore. Even if I read emails, I try to reply the next day unless it's super important. And I mean, I think everyone understands as well that you need some off time.
Yeah.
So just having that space for yourself and maybe like going outdoors to do some exercise for a couple of minutes also helps a lot.
That's
Yeah. I can only repeat what Tessa said. I think that was exactly my experience as well. I think the blur between work and life gets very thin, so it's very easy just to go back to working, at 9 p.m. But at least what I tried to do, as Tessa said, just try to not see your emails after a certain time, and also blocking your lunch break. Because usually if I don't block them, meetings come. So that's a nice trick to make sure that you still get your breaks.
I think that's really important, like how you prioritize your time, right? Otherwise, it's gonna be one task to the other, right? And then, like, if
Mm-hmm.
I can ask, I saw from both the experience of both of you in LinkedIn, it seems that you have a really interesting journey. Can you like tell us a little bit about that after your graduation life, and then how did you find like is it hard to find a job or did you take any like further education? Yeah, maybe start with Tessa first.
Me first. Okay. So I think when I first, so I graduated in 2017. So I took poli sci
Yeah.
at UBC. So major in political science and minor in economics.
Mhm.
But I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated. So I was talking to a couple of friends when I was back on holiday in Jakarta, and then that's when I started applying for jobs. I applied to some jobs in Vancouver, but I also kind of know that during that time the job market was difficult, and for me personally, I really wanted to work corporate, so I knew that I had a better chance working corporate in Indonesia. So and then I end up applying to this communications consultancy firm. So it's called APCO, and it's actually a multinational firm. So the headquarters is in DC, and we basically almost have an office everywhere around the world. So it's strategic communications. It's kind of like a PR agency, but we also do more high-level strategy stuff. So we help multinational companies set up offices in Indonesia, how to deal with the regulations, how to, brand their product properly, how to navigate the rules, and, if they want to lobby for some regulations or meet with some ministers, we help set that up for them. So that's, we go into a lot deeper than that, but that's the general gist of what the company does. So I've been with APCO for more than 3 years now, actually. So I basically landed from Vancouver in Jakarta on a Friday, and I started work on a Monday. But yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain because I love my job, and it's been great exposure for me. I work with a lot of colleagues from overseas, so actually only work in a team of 3 people in Jakarta, but I work from a greater Southeast Asia office. So all my managing director sits in Singapore. So I travel quite often. So that's also really nice because you're not just stuck, stuck in a company in Jakarta, and then you also have a office culture that's very international, which I think is very important. And I also recently just got assigned as a role of the chief of staff for my managing director. So what I do is I get more of a business overview of the company, helping make business decisions, how to get new clients, just understanding more of the management perspective of the business, which I really like. And I think that because of my background is very, very arts, political science. So I never took a business course ever. So I think I enjoyed the exposure and just the challenge of getting more of the business side of things.
That's really cool. Though. Like, by the way, congratulations for your new role. And then,
Thank you.
And then, like, if I can ask, based on your LinkedIn profile, like, before you graduate, you've been internship in, I think, something related with the government media, right?
Yeah, so I had an internship, so it's summer. So that's why I never spent summers in Vancouver. I always went back to Indonesia, something that I actually kind of regret doing because I know that summers in Vancouver are really beautiful. But I had internships at the Jakarta Post for, I think, 3 months. And then I also interned for the former governor, so Ahok. So while he was governor of Jakarta, I interned for him for 3 months, and I was helping him during that time to restructure the licensing agency in Jakarta. So I was very fortunate. I worked with a lot of really, really smart people, a lot of passionate people who really wanted to help the city. So a lot of people from McKinsey, from BCG, who basically took like a 4-month leave from their high-paying job to, follow their passion and help the city, basically. And I learned a lot from that experience as well. So yeah, I think I would say that, it's a plus minus kind of thing. I do want people to enjoy their time in Vancouver because, most of you are not going to stay there forever. But also, I do believe that, getting internships is a huge stepping stone for you in your career.
And then, like, if I can ask, in that kind of position of internship, it's not easy, right? Like, can you tell us, like, how did you first, like, find out or figure, oh, I should apply in here, and then, or can you tell us, like, is it you apply in their website, or what makes you like what's trigger you to apply in the, let's say, like the government or bureau post?
I did alcohol because of, again, because I took political science and I thought it was really relevant. Um, it was a very tough process because, you know, there was around, I think formally, there were like 500 applicants who apply every month to intern there. I was lucky. I went the Indo route of connections. So connections help a lot. So it was actually one of his chief of staff was actually the cousin of my close friend.
Mhm.
So I think that was how I got the introduction, and then how I got to skip all the interview process. And then, but yeah, so I think, you know, use your connections. You gotta hustle, and sometimes it's, you know, going the right route is tough. So if you have your connections, you meet the right people, you know, keep these connections, keep the relationships, and then you never know um, who the people you meet are gonna, you know, help you out someday.
So that's happened when you are in third year, right? University.
Yes, yes.
Was it like before it? Did you do like a lot of research? Because like I know a lot of political science, like in here, they don't have a chance to like work directly into the field, right? Especially in Vancouver, as an
Yeah.
international student.
Actually, there are a lot. So actually, right before I left, I got connected to an MLP, so a member of parliament in Burnaby.
Yeah.
So her name was Anne, and then she was looking for she was campaigning for a
Mm.
re-election.
Yeah.
And then she was looking for people to just, you know, volunteer on a volunteer basis to support her elections. And, you know, I think just if you want to get out of your comfort zone, there are
Yeah.
actually a lot of opportunities there. I know most of it probably aren't paid, but
Mm.
you do it on a volunteer basis. And it doesn't, you know, they're not looking for people with experience. Sometimes they just want people to help them with their manage their social media, or you know, help their campaign strategy in a way that you're able to from
Mm.
school. So I think just do your research, and then just keep a very open mind. I think that's the key, is you got to be willing to, you know, to step out of your comfort zone.
Totally agree with that. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure, Tessa, if you'll still be joining us actually, or if you'll be stepping out already for your meeting.
I can join for another 5 minutes, so it's okay.
So,
Go ahead.
I
Go.
think like let's continue with Tessa for a bit, and then
Yeah.
schedule the last turn. Is that okay, Joe? Sorry.
Yeah, all good, all good. No worries.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So Tessa, if you can tell the current undergraduate students, because like maybe some of them might feel lost, or some of them might feel like worried, oh, did I do the right thing, or did I like do the good thing? Because like there must be some kind of worry, right, that entering the workforce. Do you have any maybe insight for them, or any suggestion?
Um, I think, well, that's tough, but I do think that wherever, you know, what you take in undergrad doesn't define
Mhm.
where you eventually, where your job is. So it can be completely different. Um, Even me, I end up working in communications, and I had no background in communications at all. A lot of these employees, you know, they don't, um, they're looking for people who are hard workers, who want to learn, you know, some base. It's at the end of the day, it's work ethic, right? You can learn as you go. I think I've learned more from 2 years of working than I did from like 22 years of school. So it's, as long as you know, you show good work ethic, you want to learn, and then you keep an open mind, I think that'll help you in any job. And yeah, just you don't have to stick to whatever, you know, just because I studied business, I have to like work in business, or just because I studied poli sci, I have to work in in government or in politics. It doesn't have to be like that. So, and also I know that applying for jobs is not easy. I applied for so many jobs in Vancouver and I got none. I didn't even get like a call back or an email or even saying like, sorry, we're not, we hired someone else. So everyone just basically ghosted me. So don't get disheartened. Yeah, and then just be willing to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, so like being open-minded and then might be like always be like curious like every day, and then like yeah, I think it will open to the other door that it might be other people not really like see it as an opportunity, right? That's
Yeah,
always
and you don't know what you like, right? As long until you try. So it might be, again, you might not know that you like working in in film, for example, or in the service industry or in logistics.
yeah.
So just be open-minded and willing to try new stuff.
Both of you guys have good communication skill though. Once you told me that you joined like the EPCO world, I think it's really suitable for you.
I mean, but also I feel like communications is, you have to practice.
Mhm.
I know that not everyone is, born an extrovert and love talking to people.
Mhm.
I know that for some people, communicating is tough. And I mean, it was tough for me too when I first start. Like I was not able to talk to strangers at all. So it
Really?
just takes a lot of practice. No.
So are you an introvert then back then?
Yeah, I would imagine I was an introvert. I would say that I'm more comfortable if I already know the person and I can talk to them.
Mhm.
But if I have to, make small talk with a stranger, it was really difficult for me.
Mhm.
But sometimes it's something I think in every job you do, most of the jobs you do, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to just say hello to someone you don't know and then make conversation with them. And it takes a lot of practice, but I think everyone, it might be harder or easier for others, but as long as you practice and as long as you're willing to try, then I'm pretty sure you can do that
Like how
as
did
well.
you practice that in like university setting?
I wish I practiced more. I wish I talked to more non-Indo people. So I think I only practiced that once I started working because I had to. But sometimes I feel like in Vancouver, there's a lot of Indonesian friends, and then you're more comfortable, obviously, with your Indonesian friends. So you don't end up talking to people, non-Indonesians, or people who just random strangers. But I think Vancouver is the perfect place because people are so nice there. So you just have to say hello to like even your classmates you don't usually talk to. Um,
I
just
think
get out of your comfort zone and make friends with them.
I think I totally agree with your point of view though. So anything else you want to add? Because like I know you have another call coming soon.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I think no, I think thank you for having me. And yeah, thanks for letting me share a bit of my experience.
So thank
I
you so
hope that
much.
I know it's a tough time,
Mhm.
but so we have it pretty lucky compared to everyone who just graduated now. So
Mhm.
Totally.
you know, good luck and kudos to everyone. Thank you for having me. And Angela, really nice to catch up with you. I haven't seen you
Yeah,
forever. I miss you so much.
likewise. Likewise. We need to catch up offline soon.
You really do.
So,
Thank you. Thank you, Chris, for having me.
so I would like to say thank you so much, Tessa, because like I really know you're like busy, but you still making a time to fill in into the podcast. I wish you luck and
Thank you.
visit Vancouver soon though.
I will. I'll try. I hope so.
All right, good.
Right.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye, Angela.
Bye, Tessa.